Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is Vinny from New Zealand. Today I would like to share you a case history about one of my follower. He sent me two documents from his home country and requested me to to check that whether these offer letter and the NZ ETA visa is fake or original. So that's all about I want to share with everyone. So let's start this video. So this person, I won't like to share you the person's name and contact details. So let's say let's start with the contract letter. So the position offered is for supervisor, and the supervisor will report to the company manager, which is Alex Wong. My concern area is how a supervisor is directly being reported to the HR manager. So there is no middle management like operation manager or general manager, that kind of thing, which is questionable. Second thing, he is saying that uh, the working schedule would be a contract of 40 hours from Monday to Friday and between 9 to 5 p.m., which is absolutely fine. The third component is employment relationship. So it says employment with the company is for no specific period. That means there is no starting date or there is no end period, which is again questionable. I never saw any contract which simply says they can terminate the employment at 1 hour notice. Imagine a situation: a person wants to leave his home country and want to migrate to other country, and the contract terms and condition or the termination clause says that it can be terminated by 1 hour notice or 1 second notice, by either of the party. Not acceptable from my side. I don't know why he want to do it this kind of contract. Who knows that the future, and when he comes to the airport and company suddenly said, oh, we don't want you in our company. Now what would be happen in that situation? Now this person who called me doesn't want to use his brain. He has a company name like Ship Repair New Zealand. So, and you can see in any of the page except this address 279 Port Road, Wanganeri, New Zealand. There is no phone number, there is no email address of any HR in this contract letter. Like, I never saw any of the contract in my entire life which doesn't says any phone number in a contract letter or like email things, and they have the address. That's the funny part of the story. So this guy who want to ask me and vet me that whether this employment offer is genuine or not, but he want to use his brain. He can also visit uh, or Google like what is this NZ ship repair company is all about. And if you type it in Google, you can straight away come to this website. And if you go click contact, everything is there. My concern area is he is happy to pay this agent unofficially like 4 lakh rupees to want to migrate to New Zealand, but he doesn't have a money to make a landline call to ISD to New Zealand to the main company. And we can see this phone number is there, email address is also there, their head office completely fax, everything is there. Nick is a general manager. So general manager, New Zealand industries is very small, where you can like 10-15 number of peoples like entire in the company. It's a mid-sized company. I understand like how come if supervisor is directly report to HR manager instead of general manager or like operation manager, something like that. They have the general manager as well, and I'm hopeful this is a very big company, it's not a small company. There should be some big hierarchy. So instead of asking me directly this question, why this person can't call to their landline number, tell them that I get an offer letter from your company, and just tell him the details. He just want to do a email and he didn't get a reply from email. I'm not sure why a company from overseas will want to reply a unknown email just for no reason, he can make a call, directly call to the company and just ask him, like, I want to talk to Alex Wong, like, who is the HR manager, and he got an offer letter from his company background. So that will give you all clues where this offer letter stands at the moment, in which position. So coming back to our next thing, let's check what is actually this NZ ETA visa. I made another, like, previous video as well. I will send you the link as well in the description, so that you understand, like, what is NZ ETA visa is all about. You will find the same link in that video as well. So let me explain you again. A person, like, what we can have with this visa. So travel to New Zealand without first applying for a visa. If you are traveling on a passport from visa waiver countries, a cruise ship passenger, or a permanent resident of Australia. Clearly says there are only three categories falls with NZETA visa. First category is for the visa waiver countries. Second is from a cruise ship passenger, or third one is a Australian resident. I'm 100% sure the first and third category won't be applied for person who want to do, money offering to the agents. They don't fall under the first or third category. So only the cruise ship passenger would like to, falls under this category. Second is like pass through Auckland International Airport as a transit passenger on the way to or from Australia. If someone wants to come to, like, airline, so he must have a valid visa for between Australia or New Zealand, to and fro, either of them. Then he can use this NZETA visa. Third and fourth category are not applicable. So let's go to straight away to visa waiver countries. Here I want to show you, like, which countries falls under this category. You can clearly see Bangladesh is not there in this list. India is not there, where most of my followers are. Sri Lanka is also not there, and Pakistan is also not there. Nepal is also not there, where majority of the migrants want to migrate. Next is, I will tell you, this person has made a commitment to agent, like he is happy to pay him 4 lakh rupees. But you just imagine, the NZETA cost is only $9 if someone is applied through immigration app basically. And if he want to apply through website immigration, then the cost is only $12. So which is roughly around like 650 rupees if you're talking about in Indian currency. And $35 is the amount when he will come back to the customs and everything has been checked, and they are happy that they are allowed to enter him. Then this $35 need to pay at the time of entering the country. So altogether is total cost for this NZETA visa is around $47, which is roughly less than 2000 rupees. And if and which a person can only apply by himself as well. It doesn't require too much information. You just need a passport scan copy, that's it. Or they only require the passport number, not even the original passport. And the funny part of the story is this guy already submitted the original passport to the agent, and now I doubt, like, he's able to able to uh, refund his passport as well in a nice and tidy conditions, without giving money to that agent. I 100% doubtful. So this is all about NZETA visa. So guys, I request many times, most of you, that don't pay any fees to the agents. You can do research by yourself. Let's check what is NZ visa status today's scenarios. Let's check that. Most of the time, like, people make fool of people's. Let's say example, like, go to the immigration website again, and let's apply for tourist visa. So we want to visit New Zealand. What it says: holiday, select a visa, tourist visitor visa. So clearly says temporary visa application from outside New Zealand are currently suspended unless you are exempted. So that means even if a person has a valid tourist visa or work visa or a study visa, to coming back to New Zealand in COVID situation, he need a exemption. I'm clearly telling he need a exemption from immigration. He need to apply VOC by himself or through his employer or through his college that he want to come to New Zealand with a valid visa. But issue here is you you guys doesn't want to understand you. So I'm repeating again, this just choose the another category of visa as well, work visa. You can choose study visa as well. You can do spouse visa as well. All the visas will definitely says that temporary visa application from outside is 100% suspended from offshore. So no one can apply a visitor visa, any kind of visa in current situation during COVID. So I'm 100% sure, like it's not a words from my side, but most of the in current situation, we are not expecting the border is going to be open until the end of this year. So please don't misguide yourself. This is all what I can say from my side. Coming back to let's coming back to our the end of this video, because I don't want to make it like too lengthy. I think I covered each and everything in this video. Uh, Again, in short, I would like to share you that NZ ETA visa is just only a visitor visa, and only one can enter in the country in New Zealand with this visa only either through cruise ship as a passenger, and one has to quarantine as well. There is other expenses as well. So quarantine means the facility in New Zealand, in government facility for quarantine, is already been booked until June of this year. So that means if someone want to come to New Zealand, either any kind of emergency, the he won't get a booking in a quarantine facility, which is mandatory part. So until June, there is no vacancy at all in quarantine facilities. So please don't go by any kind of false statement or something like that. So this is the basic things which you need to be fixed before you start flying in the flying to New Zealand. So I don't like to make this video too long. So thank you very much for sending us your feedback comment section. If your friends or relative who's having the same kind of situation, or who was looking for some agents or migration assistance, you can feel free to tag them in the comment sections so that they can also be aware about what is happening in the market and this kind of scams also happening. So I request you, each of you, please like, share and subscribe to my channel so that this kind of information you always get from my side in timely basis, and you can save your money from the fraud agents. I'm not saying in the end every agent is fraud and everyone is scammer, but at least a precaution is mandatory always. Before you give your hardcore money to any of these persons, you should cross check that, you should vet that, you should call that company, you should go by various resources. You can do these days, information media and social platforms are very common. You can always check that whether the person is talking sensible things or not. So let's conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to contact me, you can note down my WhatsApp number. It's +64 22 184 0046. You can also contact me through Facebook channels or Facebook group, or you can also come through in the comment sections. If you have any questions or if you have any queries, just put your questions in the comment section and I will reply each and every person from my side. Thank you guys. See you later. Bye.